SmackDown is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania tonight, and this is the second last SmackDown before WrestleMania. So this is the show before the go-home show next week, and we are 12 days away from the granddaddy of them all, the showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania. I have not necessarily been feeling the hype too much for WrestleMania until last week and Daniel Bryan returned. So that's definitely a big thing going into SmackDown, seeing what's next for Daniel Bryan. I think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to be off the show. I like how they both changed their Twitter profiles to their old wrestler names. Kevin Owens is Kevin Steen again. That's nice. There's also worth noting there's a couple of injuries going into SmackDown that could change WrestleMania. So everyone thinks it's Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against KO and Sami. Shane McMahon's legitimately hurt. He has diverticulitis. It's been announced on some wrestling sites that he's going to miss WrestleMania. And the way they sound, like, it sounds legitimate. Like, this guy legitimately has... that's what Brock Lesnar had. That almost killed Brock Lesnar. So, I think he's going to miss the show. I don't think we're going to see Shane at all. I think Daniel Bryan's going to have another partner. And also, there's another injury, Charlotte Flair. However, that one doesn't look as serious. It's a gum injury. She had surgery for her gums. I don't know. I mean, that's an awkward surgery to have right now. It's a weird surgery. Maybe it's just a dental procedure. But she doesn't look as bad. But she had to be pulled from the mixed match challenge tonight, so it was significant in some way. So this show opens up with Jinder Mahal. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? We have to open up with this fucking bum in the match that no one gives two shits about. It turns into a tag match. Jinder Mahal and Rusev against Randy Orton and Bobby Roode. So this match ends with Rusev pinning Randy Orton with a super kick. And my immediate thought is Fatal 4-Way, which is better. So if Rusev wins that Fatal 4-Way, I'm sure the crowd would go nuts. So I would just make it a Fatal 4-Way and I'd have Rusev win the title. I think that's what they should do. I think that might happen, actually. So that's a smart move. So when they go back, they have Jinder Mahal and Rusev in the backstage, and Jinder's happy. Oh, you did a good job. And Rusev says he wants a Fatal 4-Way match. He's going to go to Daniel Bryan to make that match. And then they just show AJ Styles in the locker room. It's Nakamura. It's the same thing. We've seen this thing since the last 6 months. I beat you at WrestleMania. Sticks and stones might break my bones. Whatever. Yeah, and Nakamura's like healing it up or something. I don't know. It seems like AJ might win the way they're building to it. It's just awkward. So next is Becky Lynch, Ruby Riott. I have to say, Becky just looks smoking hot tonight in that gear, like that cheetah gear or whatever. My God, Becky looks hot. So they have a match, and Becky won with the roll up. It wasn't too bad. Ruby Riott's she's kind of growing on me. She's actually pretty damn good. But then after the match, the Riot Squad attacks Becky. Becky throws them to the floor, and Becky stands tall. So, gives her momentum into the Battle Royal. I think there's a chance she wins, but probably not. I think it'll go to someone at NXT. So they show Daniel Bryan walking in the back with this terrible outfit on. He's coming out. And Daniel Bryan comes out in Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh gives him a standing ovation. He's really connected to the city of Pittsburgh in ways. For one, who can forget that Royal Rumble a few years ago, about 4 years ago, when the fans hijacked a show in Pittsburgh to protest WWE for not letting Daniel Bryan in the match. They wanted Daniel Bryan to win very badly, and they booed everyone there. And then also in Pittsburgh, we all know this is WWE's doctor. WWE's doctor, their head doctor, Dr. Joseph Maroon's the one who wouldn't clear Daniel Bryan. Dr. Maroon's also the doctor for the Pittsburgh Steelers, their head doctor as well. And for when he went with WWE, he just refused to clear Daniel Bryan for 3 years. This happened in April of 2015 is when he started to get these the problems, and went on for about 3 years. And you know what? It finally happened. Dr. Maroon cleared Daniel Bryan. I'm thinking to myself, when Dr. Maroon cleared Daniel Bryan, they had to have had that saved on video for WWE 24. They've had to. So he talks about he loves being in Pittsburgh. He's just doing a great promo. He's talked about last one was one of the best moments of his career, and then he talks about how Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat the crap out of him, and they they almost took it away from him. And he talks about how it's a lot of it's shooting. Daniel Bryan is so genuine. He's such a likable guy and such a nice guy. Just like he's everything people love is Daniel Bryan. Everything we hate is Roman Reigns. Fake. Oh, bitch. this guy is just so genuine. Daniel Bryan's so genuine. He's such a nice guy, and he just does such a good promo. And I love at the end how he gets serious. He makes the official match, so it's Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon. I don't know, something's up with Shane. Maybe they have a backup plan. Maybe they're expecting Shane, but if he's not there, they probably have a backup plan. I'm afraid it's going to be Kane. We'll see Team Hell No again. Some people are saying Chris Jericho. I really don't think it's Jericho at all. I don't see it because Jericho has a concert that same night, and he talked about on this podcast. He has that Fozzy concert, and he's doing this big get-together with fans who attend the conference to watch WrestleMania with him. I don't think so. So who else could it be? Is it possible they pull some big rabbit out of the hat? Is it someone from NXT? Maybe. That could work. But I'm starting. I think it could be Shane. Maybe Shane makes it. Who knows? But with this injury, it's serious. But he caught a great promo here, and Daniel Bryan's awesome. I love how he ended it at the end. And this guy's just he's the best. He's my favorite without a question. Daniel Bryan. It's really awesome to see him back in there. It's going to be so awesome when he gets that hot tag at WrestleMania. So after that, they go through a terrible promo with Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. It's that fucking, they're still doing the words on the screen. It's fucking abysmal. It's shit. When it's just awful. He has a match at Nakamura, and they make it official. Rusev's in the Fatal 4-Way, so Daniel Bryan made the match. Fatal 4-Way. I hope Rusev wins. So Big E comes out in the New Day, and he's doing a good job cutting a promo. He's talking about the match at WrestleMania, ripping into the Bludgeon Brothers, and it comes Luke Harper and Eric Rowan against Xavier Woods and Big E. They have a long match, or not a long match, a decent match. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan got a DQ. The New Day tries to get revenge. Usos get in the ring, and then they start to go after him, but then the Bludgeon Brothers get their sledgehammers, and then both teams retreat. So it's a triple threat tag team match. It's official. We know that. We all knew that was going to happen. So to me, it's not even about that. It's like, all right, so triple threat ladder match. TLC is possible they go TLC. They've done so many ladder matches. Let's do a TLC. Let's go back to basics. The Boys are going into the Hall of Fame too. That kind of ties it in. I want to see TLC. I'd like to see it. We saw the New Day and the Usos already have a Hell in a Cell match together. You have another team in there. I say go TLC. Ladders are great. You can do a ladder match. It'll be really good anyways. I say TLC. Then they go to they also made it's also official. It's Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They go to an Asuka and Charlotte video package. Obviously, none of them are on the show to hype up the SmackDown Women's Championship. I know Charlotte's having surgery. I don't know what's going on with Charlotte, but she's not going to even be in the Mixed Match Challenge. I think Bobby Roode. I don't know who his partner is going to be. It's going to be one of like Becky Lynch or I don't know one of the other chicks, Carmella or someone, or Natalya. Natalya or Charlotte can't even compete in that mixed match. Like it's Bobby Roode, and I guess it's Finn Balor and Sasha Banks on the other team. So they're actually doing a match of 2 weeks to go to WrestleMania. It's Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. If anyone gives a fuck about this, it's going to be on the fucking pre-show. It's going to be like the buffer match. So yeah, your two Battle Royals, your Women's Battle Royal and your Andre Battle Royal. One of them is on the pre-show. One of them is like the buffer match for the main event. So yeah. Tag match is official. Triple threat tag match. So we got Nakamura against Shelton Benjamin. This is when you think about this is a great match. If this was like New Japan, they'd have an awesome match. So Nakamura gets the win, obviously, and then what he does after a match is like they're starting to build to him and AJ. They haven't had much talking to me. I don't think they need to. I don't think it matters. This is the match for the diehard wrestling fans. They're going to be completely crazy throughout the whole match. They're going to be chanting for AJ and Nakamura, and they're going to be chanting, "This is awesome," before they even lock up. You know what? Who cares? They don't need them to do anything, to be honest. I don't know if this match is like the kind of match that it's Vince. He's not. Probably discussing this is for the title, but we all know Vince wants Reigns and Lesnar, whatever. This is just kind of the fans' treat. So I don't think they really need to do much. But Nakamura gets in the ring, and then AJ. It's really clear Nakamura's the heel. That's how it feels like this. AJ's more over, and AJ still is hurt. Then what happens is the Gable and Benjamin come out, and then it's like AJ's hurt. but then Nakamura saves him and the show ends, and he pats AJ on the head. And that, I mean, they're doing a good job building it up, because like it just doesn't need to be personal, this big rivalry. It's just, you know what, it's a dream match. They're building it as a dream match. It is. It's going to be an awesome match. It's these two at WrestleMania. They don't really need to go over the top. It's just I kind of wish, you know, they'd have a little bit more heat. They're trying to build tension, just it's not working. I don't know how bad this AJ Styles injury is. There's just WWE just all of a sudden 2 weeks ago they get flooded with a whole bunch of injuries out of nowhere. It's like, oh fuck. So hopefully Charlotte's okay. Hopefully AJ can wrestle. I'm sure there's no way AJ Styles is not going to wrestle. I mean, I'm sure that I don't think there's a chance that we can stop him from getting into that ring on WrestleMania. And with Shane, that's the one that's most likely to be this most significant. I don't know if I don't think he can. I mean, the way his injury sounds, like having diverticulitis right now, I don't know if he's going to make it to in 12 days. I would say probably not. So I think they're going to have to find a new opponent. I think they're still holding out hope he's there, but it's not looking good. So that's it for SmackDown in Pittsburgh. You know, not a great show. Last week was more memorable as Daniel Bryan's return. But, I mean, this is it. Now it's like this was the calm before the storm. The calm is over. Next week it's go home week, go home Raw, go home SmackDown. It's the biggest week of the year. It's WrestleMania week.